Good morning, children. Sai Ram. Today, in English grammar, we will study synthesis of sentences. Children, already we have studied simple, compound, and complex sentences. We know how to identify the type of sentences. So, today we will study synthesis of sentences. What do you mean by synthesis of sentences? Synthesis is the joining together of two or more sentences into one. They are joined into a simple, complex, or compound sentence. Now, an example is given here. The sun set, we went home. Here, you have to combine it into one sentence. Here, three types we can do. See the way it is given. First one, the sun having set, we went home. So what type of sentence it is? Simple, right? And the second one, when the sun set, we went home. It is complex. And the sun set and we went home. This is compound. Now that we know how to identify simple, complex, or compound sentences, let us learn the technique of combining or joining two or more sentences into simple, compound, or complex sentences. First, let us learn combining two or more simple sentences into one simple sentence. First one is using a participle. Now here example is given. I took my books. I went to school. So what you have to do? Combine it into a simple sentence. Here are two simple sentences, each with its own predicate. One of the predicates must go. If the two sentences are to be combined into a simple sentence. Now you must first find out which one of the two is to go. To do this, arrange the two verbs in the time order of the actions they denote. Evidently, taking the books comes first and going to school comes next. Hence, retain without change the sentence in which the verb denotes the action. That is, I went to school. Right? In the other sentence, took must be changed into non-finite form, taking or having taken. Then, when the finite verb in a sentence is changed into a non-finite form, that is present participle, past participle, or infinitive, the subject may be dismissed if the meaning is not affected. The meaning will not be affected if the subject is the same in both the sentences. Otherwise, the subject has to be retained even when the predicate is changed into the non-finite form. So what should be the techniques followed? What we have to do? First, retain without change the sentence containing the predicate that denotes the latter action. That is, here latter action is went to school. So you have to retain that. Right? Then change the predicate into the other sentence into the participle form. So the verb was I took the books. So the root word is take. So take will be either into taking or having taken. Same way, if there is, was will change to being or having been. Has, have into having or having had. Go into going or having gone. Rise into rising or having risen. Then what you have to remember, when the predicate is changed into the non-finite form, remove the subject alone if both the given sentences have the same subject. So, taking my books, I went home will be the answer, or having taken my books, I went home. Now let's see the next example. The sun set, we went home. Here, what is the difference? The subjects are different in two sentences. Okay, hence both of them have to be retained. So, what will you write? The sun having set, we went home. So, sun is a subject and then non-finite verb is having. Okay, so that is called as nominative absolute. Now we have an exercise for you. Children, you have to write all these answers. Okay, I am giving you sentences. Try to find out the answer. Right? Combine each set of sentences into one simple sentence by using participles. I received no answer. I knocked a second time. First action, received. Second action, knocked. Right? So, according to the rules, you have to retain the latter action. Right? So, the first action, you have to make it as participle. So, what will be the answer? Think of the answer. Got the answer? Let's check. Receiving no answer, I knocked on the door a second time. Right? So here, since the subject is same, you have to let go of the subject here. So only once you have to write I. Right? Next sentence. He ran at top speed. He got out of breath. What is the answer? Try to find out the answer. Got the answer? Running at top speed, he got out of breath. So ran will be running, ing. So participle here. And then you have to retain this one. So he got out of breath will be like that. Right? Next sentence. He felt tired. He laid his work aside. What will come? Think about the answer. Yes? Having felt tired, he laid his work aside. So remember, when you write like this, participle, after tired, you have to write comma. This is very important. Okay? The next sentence, he lost a large sum of money. He gave up speculation. What will come? Got the answer? Having lost a large sum of money, he gave up speculation. Next question. He hurt his foot. He stopped. How will you write? Yes? Having hurt his foot, he stopped. The hunter took his gun. He went out to shoot the lion. How will you write? Taking his gun, the hunter went out to shoot the lion. The stable door was opened. The horses were stolen. What will be the answer? Think. The stable door having been opened, the horses were stolen. His wife encouraged him. He persevered. How will you write? Having encouraged by his wife, he persevered. Let's see the next method of combining two or more simple sentence into one simple sentence. What is the next method? using an infinitive. You know what is an infinitive, right? So, a finite verb may be changed into the infinitive without altering the meaning. Okay, so in the simple sentence, you know that there should be only one finite verb. So what you have to do? When there are two sentences, that means there will be two finite verbs. So one finite verb have to be changed into infinitive, right? Now let's see the example. I have two more sums. I must do them. So what you have to do? Combine into a simple sentence. Now here, the question of time does not arise. The second sentence, that is, I must do them, merely adds something to the sums you have to do. It is therefore enough if you retain the infinitive, which may be used as a qualifying word. When the two sentences are combined, the resulting simple sentence would become, I have two more sums to do. So what techniques should be followed? First, find out the sentence to be changed. Two sentences were there, so you have to find out which one you have to change. Then it will be the one which contains the infinitive. So here you have the infinitive, so this one you have to change, right? Now second one, what you have to do? Remove the subject and the object also, if both sentences have the same object. Then change the predicate into the infinitive form. So the predicate once you have to change into infinitive. So now next example, let us have, there are two dogs. They watch the house. Combine into a simple sentence. What will happen? What will you do? There are two dogs to watch the house. The object house is retained as there is no object in the first sentence. The infinitive may be used not only to qualify a noun but also to modify a verb. Now let's have the next example. I went to the university office. I wanted to see the registrar. Combine into a simple sentence. So the answer will be, I went to the university office to see the registrar. The infinitive that signifies a purpose is called infinitive of purpose. So here to see, that is infinitive of purpose. It tells you the purpose. Why I went to the university office? To see the registrar. This is the purpose. Combine each set of sentence into one simple sentence by using infinitives. He has some bills. He has to pay them. So what will be the answer? Yes, got it? He has some bills to pay, right? So you have to just retain this, okay, purpose. Then he is very honorable. He will not break his word. So what will be the answer? He is too honorable to break his word. He has 5 children. He must provide for them. What will be the answer? Got it? He has 5 children to provide for. Now, next sentence. Your father will hear of your success. He will be delighted. How will you combine them? Yes? Your father will be delighted to hear of your success. I heard of his good fortune. I was glad of that. Come on, combine these two into one sentence. I was glad to hear of his good fortune. See, you have to practice it. I speak the truth. I am not afraid of it. How will you combine? Yes? I am not afraid to speak the truth. He cannot afford a motor car. He is too poor. How will you join it? Got it? He is too poor to afford a motor car. He wants to earn his livelihood. He works hard for that reason. Come on, combine these two sentences. He works hard to earn his livelihood. With this, I come to an end of this session. So, today we have learned how to combine two or more sentences into one by using participle and infinitive. There are other ways also to combine sentences into one simple sentence. So that will be taken up in the next video. But I want you to complete all the exercises. So with that note, I end here. Meet you in the next video. Have a nice day. Take care.